not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And the question of the day is, are black people black people's greatest enemy? Now, popular consensus would say yeah, because they'll say, well, black people, we kill each other, we tear each other down when we try to exceed, we hold each other back. And, the thing is, but basically what you're saying is that black people are just doing what all other nationalities and ethnic groups of people do. You're going to have conflict with those you associate with the most. You know what I'm saying? No matter what realm or what gathering you go into and so forth. So if you pretty much live in a predominantly black neighborhood, hang around with black neighborhoods, you're gonna have strife with other black people. You know what I'm saying? We can even break it down further and say that you're gonna have strife with your own family members. People, I'm like, the last altercations I've gotten to, physical altercations, was people in my own family. The last time someone has stolen something from me was people in in my own family that's related to me by bloodline. So could I say that my own family is my greatest enemy? And so forth. The females that scorned me the most were females that I've had intimate relationships with. So it's about, association, and then you're going to have to take the good and you have to take the bad. But let's look at it on a macrocosmic level. I'm like, you have certain animal groups, like seals, elephant seals, and so forth. And you are moose or anything, they will fight each other. You see two moose. I don't even know what the plural of moose is, but they will clash against one another. The fight for a female. Monkeys and gorillas constantly fight. Elephant seals constantly fight. These people, these species will fight to the death. And so forth. Now, they have their, so we can even go into the animal kingdom and say, hey, they're their own greatest enemy. But you have people out there, predators. I'm like, you can, even though seals fight each other, you have the orca. When the orca sees a seal, it's going to kill it. It's going to eat it instantly. The orca is not going to have any sort of relationship. An animal that's a predator is not going to have any sort of relationships with its prey unless you put them in like a controlled environment. Where, somebody will raise a wolf, from the time it's a wolf is bad, but a certain animal from the time it's born, and two animals that are just naturally enemies or get along, but that's like a certain environment. So, but here out in a wild. So I look at someone like seals. Seals fight amongst each other. These animals will fight to the death over females, over territory. Over over who wants to be the king of the harem. But these same animals will also look out for each other or warn each other when you have a predator, in the midst. Someone that is a complete outsider, someone that you can't reason with. And so therefore, now you get my drift. So, we have these conflicts here on YouTube with people, and it's very easy for me to say, us black people, we're our own greatest enemy. I'm like, that's nothing. I'm like, blacks are their own greatest enemy, or you could say Arabs are their own greatest enemy. But who is your greatest ally? The black man may be your greatest enemy, but he is also your greatest ally. So therefore, that may cancel things out. Now, on the surface world, we may say, well, look at the killings that going on in the ghetto and all this. I'm like, you can escape the ghetto. You know, there's nothing saying that you have to live in decadent neighborhoods. But when you really look at crime and this false concept of black on black crime, you know, first of all, you have to understand these dudes, these degenerates killing each other. What are they? Are they gangbangers? They're criminals, right? So we should take that in consideration. It's not like a black person who's a post office worker argues with a black person who's a tow truck driver and one of them pulls out a gun and kills them. Like we can just sporadically just resort to violence. If that was the case, I wouldn't have any black friends. And I'm too scared that my black friend will come over to my house and we're drinking or whatever, and he gets mad at me and kills me. You know what I'm saying? These black dudes who kill each other, they're gangbangers. They're involved in drugs. That's what they're supposed to do. Let's forget that they're black for a second and analyze their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Where they come from, how they was raised. And that's the thing. People always think that all black people do is know how to tear stuff up and kill each other. But then when black people go out there and shoot a white man and terrorize white people, then people still complain about that. They're still talking about, black people don't know how to get themselves together or whatever, and they want to act like complete delinquents and so forth. So yeah. And white people will never put this in their mind. They will never even fathom the thought of the white man, you know what I'm saying, white people are white people's greatest enemy. You know, it wouldn't even come to mind when technically that's true. That's even truer to them than it is to black people, because hence, you know what I'm saying, white people don't have any. They're the apex predator. You know what I'm saying? They're at the top of the food chain. So, and it's like what Tupac said, and I'm not really a big Tupac fan, but he said this at the beginning of his song. He says, you got niggers killing niggers, you got whites killing niggers, you got cops killing niggers. No, I'm paraphrasing that, so yeah. So blacks have a lot of enemies, but you know what I'm saying, blacks do come together, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to a crisis or whatever. You know, and may look out for their own, just like white people will look out for their own. You know, no matter what's right or wrong. White people will be more likely to look out on their own, even when their own is dead wrong. Like Darren Wilson. Like, for instance, everybody says that black people we covet or whatever are criminals and delinquents. But I look at that incident, that occurrence at that gas station, where that young boy, 16 years old, tried to rob that undercover cop. And what did that undercover cop do? He shoot him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody shed a tear for him. Most black people would say, like, yeah, that dude had it coming. He shouldn't have been out there robbing people and so forth. But when we see a white dude kills a young black teenager and so forth, or a black person, you know, we always, white people would be like, well, what did, you know, you know what I'm saying, he smoked weed when he was in junior high and things of that nature, and completely overlook it. Now, I would tell you this too. I think about the John White situation and the Alfred Wright situation. You think is what the black hoodlums. You know, if they're out to jack somebody, you know what I'm saying, if you got something valuable and they want to jack you, they want to rob you, you can reason with them. You know what I mean? Just give them what you want. Or just any robber, anybody that's out there trying to be a stick-up kid. They want your watch, give them your watch, give them your car, do whatever. You live another day. And if you want to be hostile and so forth, and you know this person has a gun, they may shoot you. You know what I'm saying? They most likely they will shoot you. They may not kill you. They may intend to kill you, but they're going to shoot you just to get you to submit and, you know what I mean, grab your valuables. Now, if you're walking down a dirt country road and you come across some hucklebucks that want to string you up, there's no reasoning with them. Just like Alfred Wright. You know what I'm saying? When his killers, when his predators, you know, when these savages, you know, was approaching him, you know what I'm saying, before they killed him, There was nothing Alfred Wright could have done. There was no reasoning he could have done with these white dudes. He could have told them, say, here, take my watch, take my wallet, take my credit card. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'll move out of town or whatever. No, there was no reasoning with it. You know what I'm saying? They want him strung up. They want him dead. Matter of fact, I think they even left his wallet with all the cash in it, you know, just to prove a point. You know, if you're coming across some, and that's the thing, we get so wrapped up in this black on black crime, this gangbangers, and this is the version. You know what I'm saying? We forget about the Caucasians. We forget about the dude. I did a video about a lynching, a recent lynching that happened. Now I forgot the name. The news just very skimmed over it. And we tend to forget. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly told to look over your back of black people. Look over your back for black people, and you downplay like the neo-Nazi and the Ku Klux Klan does not exist. We still have sundown towns here. Jasper, Texas, Vigor, Texas, Martinsville, Indiana. Matter of fact, I did a video on Martinsville, Indiana, and I got a bunch of white boys on there saying, oh, you can come here, you can come here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that anymore. It ain't like that anymore. Bullshit. It was like just 2 years ago, I'm talking to a white woman, and they said that they were passing out Ku Klux Klan pamphlets in Martinsville, Indiana. There's no black people that live in Martinsville, Indiana. Go check my video out where these white boys are saying it's cool, you can come here now. Yeah, they want to trick me. You know what I mean? White boys would be like, oh, as soon as I got there, they're going to be like, hey, Earl, you see that old pinhead Blackston dude on YouTube? Yeah, he's go. We got him now. We got him now, Earl. Go get big boy. Go get big boy. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So therefore, you know, and that's the thing, and there's certain places a black person in this country can't walk to. Now you can talk about the most violent area, the Bronx, the South Bronx, but as I said, if you're walking through and if somebody wants to stick you, you can live another day. But with the white boys, no. You know, and that's the thing we have to properly analyze. And not on the level of death, because, you know what I'm saying, persecution is actually worse than death. But, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about opportunities rising. Like, you know what I'm saying, like people say, oh, a white person never held me back. Not on the surface. But a black person never held me back. But, you know what I'm saying, there's certain companies that are in trouble. For instance, Obama just passed some sort of legislator that's going to entitle a lot of black farmers, because a lot of black farmers was disfranchised, and he signed some sort of bill or something like the black farmers are going to get paid millions. I didn't even know there was that many black farmers. Oh, but you know, and then there's airlines. Certain airline companies aren't hiring black pilots or whatever. So that's the thing. I'm like, you can talk about, you know what I'm saying, the hood or whatever, but once you get outside the ghetto, you know, and the ghetto is what it's supposed to be, you know. But once you get outside in middle America, because bear in mind, the black ghetto only represents a small portion. I'm like, there's black people that live in all sorts of, in all sorts of little cities and farms, farm towns or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thunk it? But and then you see, so it's I'm like, yeah, it's something to really ponder and really think about. Now, when people say are black people's greatest enemy, I'm not oblivious to, you know what I'm saying, to their complaints and so forth. I analyze that, I look at it, you know, but I'm like, we can't ignore, you know what I'm saying, who's standing in power. Now, I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying that America is such a severe racist place that a black person can't accomplish nothing. But when you look at things on a social economic scale, on why property value goes down, because when black people move in, gentrification, pollution, and you know what I'm saying, as Van Jones would say, white people are polluting minority neighborhoods. I'm like, we're talking about toxic waste. We're not just talking about just opening up liquor stores and so forth. And then you see, and then, you know what I'm saying, racist propaganda and so forth, stereotyping. So I'm like, so it's something to really think about. Now, some people may say, well, we're our own greatest enemy because We're supposed to help each other rise up and so forth. So I understand that argument or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, we can't ignore the dominant forces out there. And you know what I'm saying, black people in general, just, I don't know, we may just not be well liked just around the globe. Dark skinned people, you know what I'm saying? It may not just, it may have nothing to do with the fact that we commit crimes and sell drugs. It's just that mark, that darkness and so forth. Like for instance, in China, there was this half black, half Asian girl, and she won some. She was doing good in some sort of Chinese talent show that's kind of like American Idol, Chinese style, and she got made fun of and ridiculed and called nigger because she's half black and half Chinese. And Vietnam, there's a lot of these mixed kids, you know what I'm saying, because with the Vietnam soldiers, you know, went over there and they did their thing, you know what I'm saying. You had mixed Asian people mixed with white, Asian people mixed with black. You know, the black Vietnamese, the mixed Vietnamese people they was frowned upon, you know, and so forth. So yeah, I'm like, even if black people are our greatest enemies, it's not because we're black. You know, we hate each other, you know what I'm saying, we have so much angst because of outside forces, and that, you know what I'm saying, that we're mainly interacting with each other, and so I'm constantly on edge. So, but at the same time, black people also must be able to sustain criticism from other black people. Sometimes black people aren't always going to agree, you know what I'm saying, and so forth with other black people's agenda. And so this black person says, they're creating a collective force against me, but that's black people, we tear each other down. No, sometimes we disagree with just your opinion. Just like with white people, they have their own disagreements, their own conflicts and debates or whatever about, you know what I'm saying, Christianity and so forth, violence in video games. So white people are constantly at each other's throats about, you know what I'm saying, certain scenarios, certain mediums, you know what I'm saying, certain outlets of medias and points of views. So that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching, and Sally forth.